All right, question number 4. All right, so we can look at this as saying, let's let u equal, say 4x, which will make du equal to just 4 dx, which is kind of nice, right? We've gotten rid of all variables, which would make our dv equal to the cosine of 2 minus 3x, which if we try to take the antiderivative of that, right, so let's kind of look at this thing for a second, right? So if I were just trying to take the antiderivative of the cosine of 2 minus 3x dx, let's make a substitution. I don't want to make a u substitution, so I'm going to call it a. If we let a equal 2 minus 3x, then dA would equal negative 3 dx, which means that dx would equal negative 1/3 dA. So this integral would be like having negative 1/3 cosine of a dA. Sorry. And then if I took the antiderivative of that, right, we're just going to end up with the antiderivative of cosine, which is the sine of a times that negative 1/3. So that means that our antiderivative is going to be negative 1/3 sine of a, which was 2 minus 3x, and then it would have been plus a constant before. Right, so that's our v. Okay, there's a dx here. So that means that we're going to end up with u times v, right? So this antiderivative is u times v. So we're going to get a negative 4/3 x sine 2 minus 3x minus the antiderivative of v du, right? So I'm going to get a negative 1/3 times negative 4. So negative 4/3 sine 2 minus 3x dx. And we're going to play the same game here, right? I'm going to just pull this negative 4/3 out as a positive 4/3. And if we said, let's go with a w. If we say let w equal 2 minus 3x, dw, negative 3 dx. So again, we'd have dx is negative 1/3 dw. All right, so this would be a u substitution at this point. Actually, I don't care about that 4/3 up front. If I just look at this antiderivative, we're going to get the antiderivative of the sine of w times negative 1/3 dw. And we know that sine comes from negative cosine of w times negative 1/3. So that means that when we put everything together, we're going to get negative 4/3 x sine of 2 minus 3x plus 4/3 times negative 1/3 times negative cosine is going to be positive 1/3 cosine of 2 minus 3x plus a constant. And we can just take these two fractions, multiply them together to get 4/9 cosine 2 minus 3x plus a constant with this term out front. That's our antiderivative.